Hello everybody, I am back and doing another review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Dinobot Scorn. The Spinosaurus Dinobot. Now I just wanted to point out that in my other Dinobot reviews of Age of Extinction Dinobots, I did that assuming the fact that there were 5 Dinobots in Transformers Age of Extinction. Just like in G1, there were 5 Dinobots. But I recently learned upon looking on Wikipedia that there are not going to be just 5 Dinobots. There's going to be the 5 original Dinobots, some of them renamed, yes. But there's also some new ones, and Scorn is in fact a new Dinobot. He might have appeared in another Transformers saga, because I did hear there is one Transformers continuity that was geared towards Dinobots. I think that was Beast Wars, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a Transformers continuity expert here, but I think he is a new Dinobot. He did not appear in G1. The G1 Dinobots were Grimlock the T-Rex, Swoop the Pterodactyl, Snarl the Stegosaurus. There was Slag the Triceratops, and there was one more. I forgot. It was the Apatosaurus. I forgot what his name was, but I do know those are the 5 G1 Dinobots, but he never appeared in G1. There's going to be like roughly, I don't know, like 10 Dinobots. Snarl is going to be in its Grimlock is obviously going to be in it. Straff is the rename of Swoop. And there's going to be other ones too from other dinosaurs, but he did not appear in G1, I know that for sure. But anyway, here's the instructions, and these are what the Age of Extinction instructions look like. It doesn't tell you which ways you're transforming him into, but nothing exciting on the instructions. Let's get on to Scorn himself. Now, here's Scorn in his Spinosaurus mode. Now, he's a nice looking figure. In fact, he's actually better than I expected. He's actually somewhat bigger than the other Dinobots. Let me get the other Dinobots I have at least. Do a comparison. Alright, so here he is, and here is Slug, the Triceratops. And as you can see, he is bigger than Slug, but I do believe that I'm not an expert on dinosaurs, but I do believe that the Triceratops was bigger than the Spinosaurus, but I don't know. So it's not really good size comparison for dinosaur comparison, but it is a good size to get a bigger action figure. And here is Straff, the pterodactyl. And as you can see, Straff is much wider. Straff is actually not a deluxe size figure. I've now realized Straff is actually a slightly smaller figure, and he has an easier, quicker transformation. But he is wider because he is a pterodactyl. But still, nonetheless, if you take off his pterodactyl wings, he would be smaller than Scorn. So yeah, but anyway, this is Scorn. Now, let's go over some of the pros and cons. The first pro being the nice color scheme. Each Dinobot has its own unique color scheme. Like, Grimlock is an orange and silver color. Straff is blue and, like, black. Slug is purple and red. And I do know that there's also Slash. Slash I've seen pictures of. I haven't seen him in stores yet, but he's the Velociraptor, and he is light green and light blue. And of course there's the other Dinobots who I haven't seen pictures of. But Scorn also has some orange on him too. But they all have different color schemes. And another pro would be the nice mouth opening action. Get my fingernail down here. The mouth opens and closes, and it doesn't just hang open. It can open and close, which is nice. You also have nice articulation. You have articulation at the hip. You have the chicken legs, and you have the articulation at the arms and at the head. Very nice. So yeah, those are the pros, but let's get into some of the cons. The first con being the fact that he is a spinosaurus, and I believe spinosauruses are standing like this, with their tail pointing outwards, not with their tail dragging on the ground. But he's a little bit hard to position this way because he's very back heavy. So he would stand like a T-Rex with his tail to the ground rather than with his tail facing out like a correct Spinosaurus would. Another con would be the fact that the transformation. The transformation that is, in fact, I'll show you the transformation here in a bit, but he transforms, but he transforms from the side. This is his robot head, and his head and tail become the arms, which he's transforming from the side. I don't really like that much. And another con is the fact that is also the transformation, but I'll get to that in the robot mode. I'll get to that con in the robot mode, but let's transform him. So to transform him, what you want to do is unpeg his spines and rotate them around, and there's little tabs here, and just re-tab them in right there. Like I say, he transforms from the side, not from the front or back. So yeah, this is going to be his front in his robot mode. And his spines are made of like a flexible rubber, so they're flexible. But anyway, next what you want to do is take this part here and untab it, and you want to take his legs and rotate them out, and then rotate them like this so they're not chicken legs. Take the middle toe of his dino foot and rotate it back. The middle toe is going to be the front of his robot mode foot. Then take the details on his legs and just flip them out just to make his legs look wider. Then you take his front part of his chest cavity and untab it. Then just rotate. And now this is cool. You just rotate it like this. You just rotate this around, and it automatically transforms some of him for you. It opens his chest up. And now what you want to do is take these like dino mouths and flip them down. Take this part here and tuck it in place. Then what you want to do is come here to the tail, and then what you want to do is, as cool as that, another pro is that his robot sword is stored in his tail. Take the sword out, rotate his arm down, and now his tail is going to become like his sword for his arm. Now what you want to do is take the head, rotate it down here, and you take the mouth, you open it, rotate everything back, and open the mouth so it opens the jaw as far as it can go. And then what you want to do is take the robot hand, flip it out, and then last but not least, take the robot mode head and pull it out, and put in his sword in his hand. And here you have Scorn in his robot mode. Now, like all the Dinobots, or the ones that are released so far, is that they have a very medieval knight pose. Grimlock, however, looks more like a samurai, but I got on that in my other reviews. But they all look like some kind of knight or warrior. And this guy's no exception. You have the very medieval knight-looking head. You have the knight sword and everything like that. And yeah, he looks like a knight. That's cool. Let's get into some of the robot mode pros. The first robot mode pro is the fact that he has, again, nice articulation. Head's on a ball joint. You have articulation at the arms. They rotate. You have knee articulation. and his torso rotates too. But one thing I forgot to mention in the transformation is that to prevent his torso from flopping around, you take this and push it back here, and there's a little tab right there where this plugs into. And then what's cool is you take the dino arms and they grab onto his butt here. And that's good. That's good just to not have them flopping around. Now that's another pro, is the fact that when you transform him, his dino hands clip into his butt, or not clip in, but they just rest on his butt. So therefore they're not just flopping around, so that's good. And so yeah, he also has a nice Autobot logo there, so that's another pro. But let's get into some of the cons. Now, the con I forgot to mention, because this was in his robot mode, is the fact that his two dino toes are back here, but his robot mode toe is in front here. That just doesn't look that good. Another con would be, again, the fact that he transforms from the side, not from the front or back. And also, you also can see his dino head just on the side of his arm here. That doesn't really look that good. And also, he doesn't even have a hand here. It's just his tail. It's just his tail here. So yeah, that's kind of crappy. But all in all, I do like this figure. I do like Scorn, despite the fact that he wasn't one of the G1 Dinobots. Wasn't one of the original Dinobots. He's still a good figure. And to be honest, here's the funny thing, is that the first time I found out about the Transformers franchise was by watching the Michael Bay the first Transformers movie, the live action one. I never knew about G1 until later. But already I'm starting to get much more into the G1 style than the Michael Bay style. I've never seen Dinobot. Of course, this is 4 films in. This is the first appearance of the Dinobots, and I've already heard of the Dinobots from other franchises. So yeah, but anyway, I do like this figure. I do like it. It's a good figure. It's actually better than I expected. I wasn't really expecting much of it because of from watching Optibomus's review. I wasn't really expecting good stuff from it, because he transforms from the side and everything, and doesn't have a hand on his arm, asymmetry, basically. But yeah. But anyway, I'm going to rate him now. I rate him an 8 out of 10. He's good. He's a good figure. I recommend picking him up if you see him in stores. And I am signing off now, and goodbye.